So what do you think? Again, not making assumptions, but hypothetically, if Florida were to advance to the Stanley Cup final again, who do you think has a better chance against them as they go to defend their Stanley Cup title?
See, this is a tough one because I think if you're looking at, these rosters, if you're looking at the way Dallas has played, the way Edmonton has played throughout this playoffs, Edmonton's played from behind a whole lot in these Stanley Cup playoffs. Now, their resiliency has been outstanding, and we saw kind of that mirror effect from Dallas in game one, where they played behind for two periods, and then they strike for 5 goals in the third period, 3 straight power play goals. I'd have to say Dallas, just because I think the matchup's better. They just have like Florida, they just have 4-line depth. They're a big hockey team. They're kind of like Florida in the sense that they're adaptable and they can kind of give whatever the game demands. But I won't discount, the rematch factor for Edmonton either. Because that's a big thing. I mean, it's not a nothing burger when it comes to you facing the same opponent that you faced the previous year in the Stanley Cup final. And we've seen that historically happen before. I remember in 2008, 2009 with the Pittsburgh Penguins, Detroit and the Penguins back to back. Pittsburgh got their revenge in 2009. And I think either of these teams is capable of beating Florida in the right circumstances. I think for Edmonton, it's going to be a lot of the emotion. It's going to be a lot of, you'll probably see them on the comeback trail a couple times. It's going to be a lot of Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid taking over games. And it's going to be, dependent on Stuart Skinner, being able to be the best version of himself, because it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde for him these playoffs. So I think if you're looking from a pure team standpoint, Dallas is a better matchup. And they kind of that I think they have a better chance of beating them, but I'm not going to discount that revenge factor for Edmonton because you just can't do that.